The kitchen was separate from the main building to reduce the risk of fire.
I feel like running back, to be honest. I mean, it is pretty, wow. It is pretty, bright. Wow. Of course you do. That white house over there, I think we're gonna get activity there. Still. Maybe only if we're near people. Great idea. I'm telling you, that house, there's something about that house. A what? I'm good. Pretty cold. Right?
Something happened like in the house that was like belonging in. Yeah, like that. It belonged to 𝕿𝖍𝖊 𝖀𝖓 𝖀𝖓 and yeah, apparently like I don't know, I think it's a happy spirit because like the dog doesn't growl or something. So whenever a dog would like pass, the service dogs would pass with this house, they would like growl for the mirror. Like apparently there's a happy spirit. I think the dog is friendly with it. So I don't know. I heard some weird stories about that. Cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll just tell you what's like. Apparently, there's like we have a library down here in the resort, and there's apparently like there's this little boy that passed away because due to malaria. And he'll just pop in, like say hi in the library.
There's a little high chair. Does that almond guy kind of run this place, or? He's the supervisor. Okay. I'll have a chat with him. Maybe we can get in here after hours one day.
Oh, there's a joke that one's haunted too. It just opens and closes.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Awesome.
That's hilarious.
Wait, just tries to like fix it, it never works.
Oh wow.
But that's just like a silly thing.
If you met the blacksmith and you're having a cup of tea and a slice of bread, you should be
Thank you, sir.
This is where the kitchen for the big house, the building behind you, was located.
Oh.
So it would have been more enclosed in this building. This is more of a demonstration building.
Right.
But the kitchen was separate from the main building to reduce the risk of fire, keep the smoke out of it, keep the rodents and insects that follow these kitchens out of the big house.
Oh.
And the big house is where the bosses of the fort and their families live.
Mm-hmm.
So two families, the chief trader and his family on one side, chief clerk and his family on the other side. Upstairs was used for storage and spare bedrooms for visiting dignitaries. And because there were busy people in the big house, they got a steward.
Oh.
So the steward lived behind the kitchen with his wife and children, and their job is to look after the big house and the people in it.
Oh. That's pretty cool, yeah.
So the steward would have kept a small garden just for the big house. We have a beautiful garden in the center as well. Right now the green that you see is fall cover, it's a rye that we planted just for the winter. And we'll just roll that right into the ground in the spring. And in the summer we have goats and sheep and chickens and rabbits. We would have had a couple of dairy cows on top of that, probably a sow or something. The steward is a busy man, and his wife and children help him. But their job is just to look after the big house.
That's very neat.
Good afternoon, bonjour. Welcome to the fort and to the blacksmith shop. My name is Danny and I'm the blacksmith, and it is axe season for the Hudson's Bay Company blacksmiths, and that means the production of axes for the fur trade when the furs are brought down in the summertime. And here they had to make about 3,000 axes a year. It's not actually a really huge depot, but they were responsible for about 6 sub-depots up in the interior. And it's axes of this type, usually about half a kilo, kilo and a half. And they press fit, without a wedge on a tapered handle like this. And they're typically were made from strips of wrought iron folded over a mandrel, in this case like that, and then often a piece of steel, maybe from an old file, put in the bit there, forge welded in, and then when the whole thing is flattened to make it sharp, it naturally fans out. So that's what gives you that regular axe shape. And right now I have tools to make the axes, which I've made for a number of years, but if I was going to get up to that production level, first I'd need the blacksmith's best tool, which is apprentices, because it's an inefficient job, and I don't have those. But it's not just about hitting the material, it's about holding it. And I have a variety of tongs that I have for different purposes. I have a set of tongs ready for when it's folded over, but I don't really have a good set of tongs to hold the blanks at this point. I've been using just general types of tongs for that, which is a big heavy piece like this, which as long as I'm forging it this way works well. As soon as I twist it this way, it spins. So I'm making a set of tongs which are called box jaw tongs. And I thought I had some out here. And I have a set, but I don't have them for that size of stock. And what it is, all of my tools looks like all of my scrap looks like everything else. So this holds them, and I don't know whether that's probably true. I think I have a piece of file here that's about the right size. If I have narrower stock like that, that holds it in there and then keeps it from shifting this way. But you make them to exactly the right size. So I need to make a set of tongs that fit this stock and hold that down in there so that it doesn't shift laterally or doesn't shift this way. That makes it much easier. And every 10-15 seconds I can shave off of the handling of the material with tongs means that I have more time to work at the anvil. So at the most, when I'm working by myself, I have about 45 seconds where I can work it before it gets too cold. It has to be put back in. So that saving adds up quite quickly. That means, and this is the one that works well. That means that I can actually do things much faster over the long run if I have to make a couple of axes, because it takes me several heats to get there. And if I can save 10 seconds each time, that actually saves me a lot, because it means I have less heats to do, and it's the time in the fire that is really my slowing manner. So, but this defines what the job of a blacksmith is. It's to make tools. They make tools for themselves and for everybody else. So chisels and hammers for carpenters, boot trusses and things for the coopers, ladles and spoons and forks for cooks, farm tools, fishing tools, tools for wagons, horses, shoes for oxen, you name it, made from metal for blacksmith. And every once in a while, if I'm not making trade goods, then I'm making tools myself to make them. So that's what's going on at the moment here. And right now, I'm just spreading this this material out, and it's a very different shape that it will be shortly. I'm just spreading it and flattening it out a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook it on the anvil in this side and hammer it back down so it gets to be about half its size, and then it's going to spread out this way, and this will form the jaws. So got a little bit ahead of me there with the spreading out. The spreading it out is called drawing it out, and the making it smaller is called upsetting it or bumping it up. So
Is this still a trade that people nowadays can learn?
it is. It's a trade. It's kind of hard to find places to learn it. Right here, it doesn't require a lot. It requires a forge, heat source of some kind. Oxyacetylene torches just is too much, like it's too costly. But even a good fire with charcoal made from, just charcoal and wood, and then like a hairdryer to go in there or something gives you enough heat. You need the forced air to get that coal or charcoal up to the temperature.
Oh, I see.
That's necessary. Without the pumped air of the bellows, the fire is really not hot enough for me to forge efficiently with.
Right.
You need that forced air, because that drives the temperature in the center of that fire up to almost incandescent. You can see it's 1700 degrees Celsius, and that's really what gives me the temperatures that I need to do this kind of work. slowly bump up, and once I get that up to the right shape, then I'll actually turn it into a circle, and then it'll flatten it out, and I can spread it the other way. So a blacksmith really thinks of doing this work much like a potter thinks of working with their material, rather than a modern metal worker. It's less about. It's really less about grinding and filing and cutting as it is about pinching and moving and shaping, all done with again that same mindset that you would if you were working with. You know, it's not bad. It actually is. It's really not that bad. It's pretty much the same of any kind of exercise discipline that you pick up. You know, when you first start running, you're like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I can't go more.
You
than
just
a
start to
mile
get
and a half.
immune to it.
Yeah, and then you're like a month in and be like, this is not making any difference at all, and I'm not getting tired. Your body gets really efficient.
Yeah.
And the same way with blacksmithing.
That's like a military plane. That's
Yeah, old one.
He's got it there. The gentleman, that jet that flew in, he had the runway updated right here just so he could bring that jet in.
Ah, that is cool.
It's quite cool.
That's awesome. Well, have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.